Good morning, this is Jack from Charting the Markets Crypto, and this is the pre-market webinar for the morning of Friday, the 10th of April. My disclaimer, I do this for educational purposes only. I'm here to share my technical analysis with you. I hope you can take some of what I'm doing, learn from it, transfer it to your own charts, and I'm not here to issue trading signals. This is a video for paying subscribers at ccmcrypto.substack.com. It's published on YouTube after a delay of 3 days. All right, not a great deal happening here. It would appear that there is, in fact, no real ceasefire or agreement or negotiation happening with Iran at the moment. And the US has, for the moment, stopped attacking. The Iranians weren't attacking a great deal anyway. They, at the moment, things are pretty quiet, but the Strait of Hormuz is most definitely closed. And it's closed until the Israelis stop in Lebanon. And at the moment, there's no sign of that happening. So basically, this is a pause. At the moment, the Iranians have said that the ceasefire isn't at a stage where they think there's any point talking, so there are currently no talks. What does this mean? Well, I think in the short term, I think there will be a tendency for oil prices to go up, and I think there may well be a tendency for the equities to go down. So I'm looking, they're not necessarily going to deliver, and maybe they won't deliver till Monday, but I'm looking at an awful lot of negative divergence on the hourly charts on the US equity indices, and I think we're going to see some downside probably fairly soon. In terms of a rally, I've got more targets to the upside, but to be honest, in the absence of an actual ceasefire of any kind, that looks as though it might last more than, which could end at any time. It would be a mistake to really assume much in the way of upside. In the short term, on Bitcoin, we're above the daily middle band and above the 50 DMA, and we're pretty close to a test of declining resistance. We don't have any negative divergence at the moment on anything. So, and my hopes of getting much higher here and possibly expanding the flags are particularly high. Now, it may be that will change. There will be more news over the weekend. But the problem is, while we've been having a lot of news, a lot of that news isn't real. This ceasefire doesn't appear to be real. The Americans accepted the 10 points of the Iranians, which surprised me a lot because I really thought there was no way they could possibly accept those. But it doesn't appear they have accepted them. They're now denying they'd accepted them. And we will see how it develops from here. But I'm not optimistic this is going to last long. We do not appear to have any real discussions on an end to the conflict. The two sides seem to be miles apart as they were before, and we'll see how it goes from here. All right, great. Let's have a look at this is the close-up of the flag, which is broken down, and we are just currently lost in space waiting, I think, for the next move down. In terms of Solana, Solana is currently under it's testing the daily middle band under the 50 DMA. And it's basically been holding under the daily middle band for a couple of days. No current divergence. We really need to move more to get any divergence. And again, just in a holding pattern, really. Looking at Ethereum. Ethereum is over the daily middle band and is over the 50 DMA. Not a lot over, but again, we're getting pretty close to a test of declining resistance, which we haven't quite tested yet. Do we have a decent looking flag yet here? No. We've got decent looking flags on Bitcoin on Solana. Both of those are broken down here. It might be that we're developing something, but it's not really that clear what. In the meantime, I'm seeing this as a bear flag, which has not yet broken down. All right, great. In that case, let's have a quick look at questions, of which we've got none. Everyone take care. Have a wonderful weekend. And I'll catch you guys again on Monday. Cheers.